Astral projection, whether it's done through lucid dreaming or an out of body experience or some other way, is one of the most powerful things that you can do inside this lifetime, mainly because you get to experience more of yourself beyond this physical body, especially when you have an out of body experience and truly begin to experience all that you are beyond the confounds of this physical vessel. Now, real quick, if you don't know me, yo, what's good? It's your boy Dot from Dot Me Now Coaching and Entertainment. For coaching, my links are down below. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about different ways you can use astral projection in order to, experience more evolution for your soul, right? Whether it's like pure spiritual evolution or like evolution inside your personal life, we're going to be hitting this drawing from all angles. Pause. Now, with that being said, I do want to offer a coupon code real quick to my astral projection course. There's a link down below to my astral projection course, and there is a coupon down there that could only be redeemed one time. I recommend hopping on that because this is the last time I'm giving out a coupon code for this course. So if you want to claim that, I advise you hop on that link to the course down below. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So the first thing I want to talk about is something that most people are going to be comfortable doing, and it's going to be something which people can learn to do pretty quickly, and that is dream walking. Now, what is dream walking? So, dream walking, in the way that I'm about to talk about it, comes from these beings called the Ashkenati. If you don't know who they are, I made a video that talks about 3 traits of being an Ashkenati. It's on my YouTube. Just check out my playlist called What It's Like Being a Starseed, and I have different ET races and what it's like being them, right? And something that they do is dream walk, right? Dream walking is when you pretty much walk inside your own dreams. And the way that they use it, see, they're very big on life force energy and understanding life force energy, how it expresses itself, how to properly utilize your life force and other forms of life force, right? So when they dream walk, they literally walk inside their mind to pretty much see the different life force energies which are inhabiting their mind. And they're able to interpret them through the symbolic images of their dreams, because your dreams always show things into you. Well, my fault. Your dreams always show things to you in a way that's more like symbolic. And the things that you see usually aren't fully literal, but they represent something else. And the Ashkenazi were very good at understanding how their mind is representing certain energies to them through certain characters, certain environments, certain experiences. And they took dream walking way beyond just their own like mind, because they would also do it for like they would, since they were like lucid inside their dreams, they were able to be inside of a dream state but not get caught up inside the dream. So I'm saying this because they could do stuff like go to a certain location and then dream walk inside that location, because they can see how the area that they're in and the energy of that area is affecting their mind and is affecting what's going on with inside them. So the Ashkenazi, these different like ET race, they look like black people. They look like us, these beings were able to like go to different locations and literally just dream walk there to see what the energy of that location would be like, you see. And they could even, like, without even having to like physically sleep there, they could just end up dreaming and then choose to go there inside their dream to get the energy and what's going on. Because something about these beings, right, is the fact that although they were using their dreams, they could still open up to information that's beyond their mind. It's just that the information gets interpreted through their mind, you see. And a lot of people might like that because that can be more comfortable for you. A lot of people may be scared to go out their body. At some point, I believe that everybody should go out their body because it's really such a transformative experience. But starting off, it may be easier to kind of just dream walk because you're still kind of letting your mind interpret things for you. So now, for example, let's say you dream walked somewhere and then like you dream walked where like there was a demon, right? Instead of seeing a demon, you might just see like the high school bully inside your mind or some shit like that. You feel me? It might just be that. Dreamwalking does take time to develop, though, in the sense of you need to be able to understand when you're picking up on outside information, which is being interpreted through your mind. versus when it's just your mind making up things and you're just creating this off of your own energy and what's going on inside you. As the Ashkenadi became more conscious in their dreams and were able to actually enter their dreams more like clearly and stuff like that, they were able to easily tell like when it was their energy versus someone else's energy versus the environment's energy versus a different entity's energy. Like they got really good with this, and it doesn't. You could get really good. It doesn't like if you just practice trying to lucid dream and stuff like that, you'll be able to naturally begin dream walking because you'll be able to be lucid in your dreams and you'll be able to actually like interact with your dreams like it's so easy to feel yourself behind other things inside of your dreams when it's mainly just you controlling the dream, right? But then when you start to get more expansive, you could kind of tell that it's not fully you behind. Like if there's a person in my dream that's just coming from my own mind, I'll know because when I become lucid, I can feel myself behind this person and I understand everything they're about to say, everything they're about to do. Like it never fails, right? Now, when it comes to things that are outside my mind being interpreted through my mind, right? It doesn't feel like it's fully me, right? Like I can feel how like I'm kind of masking this thing, but because I can feel that I'm masking it, I feel that there's something behind the mask that isn't fully me, that the intelligence is kind of separate from me, and that if I want to, I can easily unveil the clothing and see what's actually there, you know? So yeah, and if you want to get deeper with dreamwalking and like understand like more about how the Askanati used it, I did make an ET Enlightenment that's on my Patreon. It's the Ashkenazi ET Enlightenment that talks about dreamwalking, how they used it, and how you can actually begin practicing it. They actually like kind of gave their beginning method of how they start to practice it and stuff like that. You feel me? So I really recommend that video if you want to if you want to understand dreamwalking more. The Patreon is only $10. It's actually really cheap. So link down below for that, John. You feel me? But now on to the next way which you could use astral projection. Also, you should drop a like on the video real quick. I ain't trying to ask for too much, but drop a like on that video. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you're new too. Drop that like. Hey. Alright, so the next thing that you can use astral projection for is experiencing your past lives. This is something that I do heavy and I love doing this. And you can either do this through your dreams or you can do it while actually like leaving your body. Or like you can kind of just like set the intent to kind of like just project there like without having to see yourself come out your body, which that definitely can work. The only drawback is that because you're doing it like that, you may be less conscious during it, which can make the experience more dreamlike. You know, when you actually fully come out of your body and then actually choose to experience a past life, you're like way more in it and stuff like that. But with a high consciousness, you can't just set the intent like before going to sleep or like maybe after you slept for a couple hours, then you wake up in the middle of the night and stuff like that. You could wake up and be like, okay, boom, I want to go back to sleep and experience a past life. And you can definitely do that. You could definitely have a super duper vivid experience that feels super duper real and you understand and see everything properly without having to come out your body. You definitely can do that. It's, you know, different methods for different people. That's why my astral projection course, I actually talk about the different ways to leave your body, whether you're actually like trying to fully like separate and like come out and actually see your you know, see your soul or just see your astral body and stuff like that, whether you want to kind of just project to the place, whether you want to just experience it through a dream. I mentioned all this shit in my astral projection course. And if you ever need extra support, my astral projection course comes with like a lifetime of like astral help. So you can always like email me or something like that and I'll help you and stuff like that. And we'll get into it, bro. But aside from that, I wanted to just mention how there's different ways that you can exit in order to experience your past life. Now, if you're doing it through a dream state, that is really beneficial, but it can make you not fully understand what that lifetime was and what people really looked like and what you really looked like. Because, for example, sometimes I'll experience a past life through a dream state, and then it's like the people that I interact with, like we all look like just regular humans. Now, the benefit is the fact that like I may see like the people that I may see maybe people that I know in real life. And the reason why I'm seeing them is because they were literally with me in those past lives. Either that or there was people that were kind of like this person. So like I have a friend that's named freaking Brian, right? I don't got a friend named Brian, but I'm just saying it, right? Dang, actually, yo, no, actually, yo, dang, hold up, cause my brother had a friend named Brian, and I forgot that I dreamed about that dude last night. That was random. Anyway, when it comes to Brian though, right? I have a friend named Brian, and like even though Brian wasn't with me inside my past lives, there was a person in my past lives that was literally just like Brian, and the connection that me and Brian have in this life is similar to the connection that me and that person had in the past life. So it could even help you in the sense of like, okay, even though Brian wasn't with me in that past life, the way that I interact with Brian is kind of reminiscent, and it's kind of playing out the same karma which I had with this one person from my past life and stuff like that. You can kind of understand the dynamic more, even if it's separate people. Now, when it comes to experiencing your past life through dreams, also like this, like the more that you do this and understand your past lives more and like see like the true form of it beyond the dream and stuff like that, you'll kind of understand what you're seeing more and more and more and more and more. Like at starting off, you may not be able to tell like if Brian, let's say you dream about Brian, right? You may not fully know if it was really Brian or somebody like Brian or whatever. You may not really know that at first, but you'll still have some idea of what the past life was like. You'll understand what some of the connections were like. You'll understand what some of the events were like. Like let's say there's a lot of fighting inside the dream and stuff like that. Like you did a lot of fighting with somebody, whatever the fuck. You kind of understand that vibe more. But then when you actually like project there, like you go beyond your mind, whether you actually like come out your body or like you kind of just like instantly kind of just project there and stuff like that. When you do it like that, you start to like see what it actually was. Now you're seeing felines everywhere and stuff like that. Oh, these some Lyrans and stuff like that. You could fully live out the experience like how you did back in the past life, like actually seeing it through those eyes. You can also even like walk through. Now, like sometimes you could choose to like this one takes a bit more consciousness because usually when you try to live out a past life, you're kind of just like living it. At least that's how like it usually was for me. But there was times when I would become conscious of the fact that I'm living out a past life, and I would choose to kind of stop the experience and kind of just like walk through it with my present awareness. And like I could like even like talk to the people and like talk, I could like be like, yo, like who were you to me? Or like who are you right now? Or like why are we here? And like they would dead ass give me answers. Like you feel me? And it would help me to understand what I was experiencing way more. So like yeah, when you fully leave your body, all you really got to do is kind of just be like, okay, I'm gonna leave my, like you could like walk through your door, like you could set the intent that when I walk through my door, I'm gonna enter into a past life, and you may just get transported there, or you could just like walk down the street and be like, yo, I want to experience my past lives, and as you walk down the street, the whole entire environment might just change around you. You could also make a portal and stuff. Like you could be like, I'm making this portal. This is a portal to my past life. Whatever it is, like there's different ways you could do it. You feel me? Or like I said, you could kind of just set the intent at nighttime. I really do like, my fault. I have to make sure the audio's good. I really do like doing that one, to be honest. We're like it's nighttime, and like let's say I wake up at like 3 a.m. I'm like, okay, I want to experience this past life because I usually end up kind of just projecting there, and if I generally have enough consciousness, I'll pretty much see what it was like, you know. But sometimes it still could get dreamlike, you know. Even with stuff that get like even now, like since nowadays I could easily access past lives without even having to go to sleep. You feel me? Like I could just kind of just meditate on it and stuff like that. Now if I experience it through a dream state, I could always just experience it through a dream state, then meditate on it after, and I kind of just understand everything. So like, there's different ways you could go about experiencing past lives in the astral. You feel me? And there's different ways you could start to understand more about what you're actually seeing and what's happening and stuff like that. You know, but yeah, that's another use. And now let me get into the last way you could use it inside this video. You know what I'm saying? Drop that like for the ones who didn't drop that like, by the way. You feel me? Come on now. I'm not letting up on that. You know what I'm saying? So the last thing that you could do it for is learning galactic history. It kind of ties into past lives, except for the fact that the galactic history which you learn don't gotta have nothing to do with you. At the same exact time, though, usually the things you want to learn galactic history about, you're usually drawn to it because you probably have some connection there. It's like literally with the places I've explored in the astral so far, I always remember past lives there. You feel me? Like I always kind of just come across certain planets and I'm like, oh, let me learn about the history here. Now I learn about it. And sometimes the history I learned was when I wasn't there, But I usually end up realizing that, oh my god, I actually did have a past life here before. You feel me? So like for example, one place is a place I just talked about recently on my Patreon called Corona. Corona is this water. It's a water and land planet, but the water is very crazy because the water like connects the physical and the astral. You feel me? And it's really dope. I talked about it on my Patreon. But on that planet Corona, right? I kind of just discovered it one day, and I kind of just wanted to see what it was about and stuff. And when I went there, not last night, but the night before last night, I knew that I had past life connections there. Granted, I didn't fully get the memories yet. I didn't go there last night. I did some other things last night, but um, yeah, I know I have past life connections there. I just didn't live out the past lives yet. Same with this one place called Karaya. I talked about that on Patreon too. It's like this. It's like a. You think it's like a beautiful water resort. Whole time it's like a freaking prison. But when I went there, right, like when I first saw it, I didn't know I didn't know if I was going to have past lives there. You feel me? When I went there though, the first thing I lived out was my past life memories. You feel me? So like I was a lot of the places that I naturally kind of want to go to and find out about, I kind of have connections to anyway, and it'll probably be the same for you. But you definitely could learn about things that have nothing to do with you, because I have definitely done that before too, where I've just learned about shit that's nothing to do with me. You feel me? The way you could do this is by you could like set the intent at nighttime to kind of just like you could interpret you can interpret it through your dreams also. You feel me? Like you could like just want to dream and like have your dream represent what happened in a certain place, or you can like just set the intent to like actually live out the history before going to sleep, or you can actually like leave your body and like walk through a mirror or walk through the door or like try to go to like the Akashic records, things like that. And then just like usually like when it comes to like going to places that have the history stored. Like they'll have like I've seen like books, I've seen tablets, I've seen things where it's like how can I put this? You know how like you could it's kind of like a tablet. It's you know how you could like go to like a food place and like order food. You know what I'm saying? They have stuff like that, but it's like one was like stone. It's like there. My fault. Gotta fix that green screen. One of like there was one where like it's like this stone pillar, and then like it's like a stone like tablet like at the top. It's like a pillar, and on the top is a tablet. You could like tap on different stuff to like access different like points of time and space. And then like when you click it, you'll kind of just be like transported there. It's like you would just be transported there and you're just seeing what's going on, and you're kind of like a part of the experience. You feel me? A lot of times when you have connections there, you kind of just hop back into your past life body. You kind of just live out what you did in the past life. You feel me? Other times you'll kind of just be. It's like you'll kind of just be in the center, and things are happening around you. And it's like let's say like you look at like a war that happened in the past that you had nothing to do with, right? You may just be transported there. You're in the middle of the battle. And you just see niggas fighting. No one can see you, but you can see them and stuff like that. And you can literally choose to like hop inside different people's bodies and like experience what they experience. You feel me? Like let's say like you're like yo like that guy. Like let's say learning about this crazy war, and there's this one guy whose name was freaking Cilantro, and Cilantro was the great, powerful warrior king. You're like, yo, I want to see what Cilantro was thinking at this period of time. You hop beside fucking Cilantro. Cilantro, you getting his thoughts. You feeling what he felt. You're literally becoming Cilantro and stuff like that. And it's lit. You know, like there's many different ways to experience galactic history. Like when you do it through dream states or through like just setting the intent, kind of just going there. Usually, it's more like you're kind of just like thrown into it, you know. It's just like it's like that for me. Like I kind of just get thrown into it and stuff like that. But when you like leave your body, it's a bit more controlled. I mean, there can be times where like you don't leave your like you don't see yourself come out your body, but like you like just project there, and it still kind of is controlled because that has happened. Where like I kind of just set the intent to go somewhere, and then I kind of just like appear inside this location that has all this history. I'm like, holy fucking shit, let's fucking learn some shit and stuff like that. You feel me? So yeah, learning about the history of like just like this like of this galaxy and this universe and stuff like that, it's really dope. You feel me? Who the heck is who that? Bro, I be getting random calls, bro, and I'm not jagging it, bro. I'm not jagging it, bro. Trying to like my video real quick if you didn't like the video, my fault. But nah, yeah, experiencing galactic history, bro, is a really dope thing you could do. You know, in fact, that's something that I've actually done a lot of, and because of that, I actually have PowerPoints Well, yeah, I have PowerPoints on my Patreon. If you go to my Galactic Origins class, I cover the four main quarters of galactic history within inside of this galaxy, and yeah, you know, whether it's like I covered like the Lyran Wars, the Orion Wars, the Draco Wars, you know, Earth and Ascension, Atlantis, Lemuria, all kinds of stuff. And you know, it's a four-part series and stuff like that. I recommend that go on Patreon, go check that joint out. You feel me? But yeah, I think that's pretty much the end of this video. You know, I'm gonna end the video right here. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys practice some of the things that I told you you can do inside the astral. I will make another one of these videos and probably more after that. Once again, I do have a course down below if you guys want to learn how to astral project yourself, whether it's through lucid dreaming or OBE. There's a coupon down below. I really recommend you guys claim that coupon because once again, I will not be giving out any more coupons for that course. If you're inside the Discord, I gave out a coupon there and stuff like that. I don't think everybody claimed that coupon. So if you still want a coupon, bro, go to the Discord and try to claim that coupon. You feel me? Because I don't think everybody used it yet. You know, I think one person did. So probably like that probably got two more uses. There's a coupon down below that got one use to it and stuff like that. You feel me? And if you try to buy my course, if you try to buy my course in the past, check your email, check your promotions, because I sent out a coupon for niggas who try to buy it in the past but didn't buy it in the past. You feel me? So check that joint out too. You feel me? But yeah, I'm ending the video right here and stuff like that. All my links are down below. Love you. Catch you in my next video. Peace. The freak out.